All right, Tarkov players. So I just finished up my beginning weapons video. I'll link it down below so you guys can get to it. And now we're going to go to beginning setups and how I go into raid and how I feel like it's the most economical. So if you have watched my new guns, here it is. This is a tried and true one for me. I go to this one, right? So we got it. We got our gun. Now we need to get ears, we need armor, we need a bag. So we're going to go to level 1 traders, right? All right, first one. Level 1. These are the ears, right? I know they suck, but ears are better than no ears, right? So this is what we're doing. I run this helmet. The other option, as we probably all know, and if you don't, that's okay because you're about to find out, is, if I can find it. Holy smokes, I don't even remember where it's at. Don't know why I can't find it. Let me do it this way. Here it is. Here it is. SSH-68. So the P helmet, right? All right. So that's the other option. Again, I don't really run it. I'll run it if I got one. Other than that, I'll use this. This can be bought at Prapper. And it's right there. It's convenient, right? It's right there with the ears at level 1. So it's a quick bye-bye. This is what we run. This helps. Protects you from scavs. And then armor, right? So we're going to spawn. We're going to come with some P.A.K.As. P.A.K.As are P.A.K.As, you know. They are what they are. They help from scavs. They'll help with minimal stuff. It's right here. So that's kind of the go-to armor. And then for level 1, with rigs, this bank robber is usually sufficient. This one's a little bit better for storage. The price difference is kind of minuscule. I actually run this quite a bit. This one I stay away from. It's a 3-slot. It's just kind of a mess. It's not really worth 8 when you can get a 4-slot. Well, it's 9, and you get this. I mean, that's what, not even 300 rubles difference, so it's really not worth it. And this is the one I want if I want a little extra storage. But we'll get this one. Put it on. I forgot the P.A.K.A. Grab the P.A.K.A. real quick. And I think I got the helmet, so we'll be good there. P.A.K.A. And then bags. So I run this a lot. It's for the price. It's decent storage. I don't have enough. Yeah, okay. And if you're looking to go get a lot of loot, or just buy the Burkett right here. Try to stack bags from scav runs, right? So hopefully we're not buying bags. I try to stay away from the blue bags, the sling bag. I don't know if you're just going in to do something, not really wanting the loot. This is okay. The blue bag off a scav, this tea bag. Definitely not the blue bag because it sticks out too much. You don't want to be blue. Running around in a green terrain sticks out like a sore thumb. This one, I guess, is okay. I would just say it and the sling bag are interchangeable, and they're super cheap if you just want to maybe take an extra helmet or you might come across something good you want to keep. But try to keep it a little bigger so the MBSS, if at all possible. So we're going to do that. Let me find my ears. I need my helmet, and then I need to make a little room for the bag. So that should get us. Helmets at Prapper, and then our bag, MBSS right here. All right. So here we are. We are set up. If you want, I mean, it helps break it up a little bit if you want. I think one of these, I think this Baklava is available, but I don't know. Usually can keep stocked up with those scavs. So not too worried about buying those. All right. So here's the setup here. For meds, I prefer, you should have a couple grizzlies. Prefer that. And then once you get Jaeger, you can buy a grizzly. I'm not mistaken. No, not yet. So we're stuck to meds, right? It's level 1 car kit, right? No one's really gonna take it. It's got 220, so it's like 2 cheeses. If you look at 2 cheeses, they're 200 instead of 220. It does not stop light bleeds, and it's actually $12,000 13,000 rubles for 200 heal points. This is 220 heal points for 11. And this will stop light bleeds. So if you get in a situation, you know, where you need to stop light bleeds, you brought one bandage, can't do it, you know, you're SOL, right? So we're going to buy one of these. And then we need to stop heavy bleeds. You can't buy these yet. You can do the trade. I suggest keep an eye out for screws. These are lifesavers, literally. And you also want to watch out for trades for these paid. So look for those. The sleigh was huge. But we don't have that yet, so we're going to get one of these. And bandage. And painkillers. So there's that. And you'll have some Salewas and stuff. And you'll have a couple Grizzlies. I suggest keeping these down in the Gamma. But this is going to be our pocket meds here, right? So we have that. We have our bandage. And we have painkillers. And we got a car med up here. Alright, so this is where we're set. Now, I have mine keybind weird. So I hold down 4. And then I move it over and I pick up 4. So push down 4 is heavy. Pick up 4 is light bleed. That takes care of all of it. So anytime I have a bleed, I just hit 4, right? All right, then I come up here, 5. 5's on release. That way, if I hold it down and use my scroll wheel, I can pick which one. They added this feature in this wipe, and it's been really nice. So you can pick like head, chest, or head, thorax first for the healing. Even though, like, say your legs have more damage, it usually auto goes to the most damaged area or a bleed. But if you hold this, if you have it on release and you hold 5 down, you can scroll wheel and pick which one you want to heal first. And then 6, because we need pain meds. If we're running through woods, trying to get some scab kills, and we get hit in the leg and we need to move because we're out in the open, quick painkillers, and take off. So next, this is my total setup here, and I'm going to show you how I set up my pouch. Early wipe just to get by. So we were talking about a grizzly. And you'll start off with a couple of those. And these will last a really long time if you're utilizing car meds. You shouldn't have to dip into your grizzly too much. I'll explain when we do dip into the grizzly. So if you have the small container, grizzly first, right? If you have a bigger one, we'll add stuff to it later. Here, so you notice we don't have any splints. We only have one heavy bleed and one heavy bandage. So the only time you should really be hitting this is when you need to use a splint or you've ran out of this and you need to stop bleeding. Or this is out of me if you just had one of those raids, you know, and you just ran out of meds. We have this here. This is a backup, and this is a splint. That's all it is. Try to utilize these first. These are replaceable. This isn't replaceable so easy at level 1 traders. And you get a couple of these, so you can really make that last if you utilize these meds up here first. Very rare occasions you're going to just be constantly going grizzly, right? I know this costs a little bit more, but in the long run, you're saving that. Second thing we have, we need to be very careful with these, is we have CMS kits. Not a big deal end wipe, but right now, huge, right? So we have this, and we're going to do something to save the grizzly a little bit more here. So we have this. So this will fix blackout limbs. So you're going to want to keep this in here. You don't want to lose it. You only get a few off the start. You can't get them. There's a trade at Jaeger, I believe, for them at level 1, but it's not an easy trade. These nippers, and you're going to need those for the hideout and a lot of other things, so you don't really want to use them if you don't have to. All right, so to save the grizzly even more, you get some Lua splints. These come with you. Stack's real nice right here. You notice it takes up the same amount of room as the serve. And this is going to save you from burning up your grizzly as a splint. This is right here. I suggest using these in conjunction. I try to keep the number roughly the same. Once these hit 1, they're up here, and I'm packed with a fresh. But until then, we're down here, and we're saving our grizzly even more. So there we go. What our loadout looks like for me. So we're going to go into this a little bit harder. So we got our 20-round mags. I utilize 2, and you'll see what I do here with the CS mag, or CS rig with mags. So then there's the 10-rounder. This is kind of like the Osh mag, right? So 40, 50, 51 rounds if you got one in the chamber. It's quite a bit for a semi-auto firearm, especially when it hits hard like this. You don't have to land very many shots usually to take stuff down. We're going to do 120 1. Why not? That's just kind of the number. You'll find out later when you have 30 round mags why. And we're going to come in here. 1 chamber, mag, loaded, done, mag, top off, right there. There we are, right? So 51 rounds. We can reload from up here real quick. This slot I saved from, I take grenades. Grenades are super helpful. You don't have to. A lot of people don't. A lot of people run out. Save this for a nade. I can hotkey at 7. When I can see what kind of nade it is, I can kind of judge distance and things, what I'm capable or incapable of doing. And then we have 1 slot left here. I leave that open in case I get a key, a quest key I need, like the unknown key or something like that. I get in here right away. So we got 1 safety spot open. We got 51 rounds. We got decent armor, ears, meds. We're saving Grizzly, but we have backup. We can heal everything. And this is how I go in. We can take a few things. Your helmet, ears, maybe a submachine gun stripped down, or you can at least take 30 round mags and things like that. And you got some room up here for spare stuff, and then you always upgrade as you're in there. So this is how I go in. 85% of the time, unless I got to do the Bolty quest or something. This is how I go in. Level 1 traders until I start unlocking stuff at level 2. So appreciate you watching. If you can, subscribe to me if you want to see more content. Questions, criticism, whatever it is, throw it down in the comments. I will also have linked to my separated gun builds and how to build them at level 1 traders down below, so you can watch that if you haven't seen it. And you can get builds for this gun, pretty much any of the starting guns that I think are viable. And again, appreciate it, guys, and good luck on Wipe 14-0.